collections that lie there in that old curiosity
Well, hi everyone, I'm Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop, welcoming you back to another kitchen counter thrift haul, and just look at all of that stuff. Actually, it's not that much, it's going to be a small haul today. But before we begin, today's cup of coffee is brought to you by...
A cup of coffee, a sandwich, and you, a cozy corner, a table for two.
Well, actually, I should have a dancing teacup because today is hot tea instead of hot coffee. But it is brought to you by the Fostoria Glass Company and their wonderful pattern called American, which you guys know came on the scene in, was it 1916 or 1915? I want to say 1915. And it continued to be manufactured and sold into about 1986 or so. Now, the reason why the Fostoria is out, I've shown it to you before, I've listed several of it, and I put it all on as buy it now offerings, and actually quite a few pieces of it sold last night. There's still some more there, so if you are a Fostoria American collector and you need some for the upcoming holidays, feel free to go check it out. The baked apples are not included. I just wanted to show you. You know, I showed you, I don't know, last week, this wonderful Art Deco deep dish baking piece that I found, earthenware that I found, with its original carrying tray here, and these wonderful Bakelite handles, which you can't really see. Told you I was going to make baked apples, and that's all that's left. This thing was filled, and I'll tell you, these have been so good warmed up on top of everything. Cereal, ice cream. I even cooked a ham steak and put some over the ham the other night. Don't worry if you buy the Fostoria sherbet, I'll be sure to scrape out the residue and clean that out for you before I ship it. All right, let's see what's for sale this week in the Old Curiosity Shop. Actually, some of it I'm keeping, and most of it I haven't even listed yet. In fact, I'll just go ahead and tell you, the only thing that's listed is the Dixie dogwood by Joni or Johnny over here. And the reason why, so what I'm calling this is sort of a luncheon set or a bridge set. Usually a luncheon set or a bridge set consists of 4, you know, like a place setting for 4. And so what you're going to get, and it's all up for one price, is a nice big dinner plate. You'll get a 9-inch dinner plate, a small bread and butter or dessert plate, and a cup and saucer. So 4 plates, 4 dessert plates, 4 cups and 4 saucers. There it is. I'll let you see the label on the back. I think I told you the last time that I saw this in the store and walked right by it and said, poo-poo, I think the entire state of Texas was ready to wring my neck. And so I went back and got it. And here's more of it. And chip and crack free. Beautiful set. There are only 2 pieces that have a little bit of crazing. The rest of it doesn't even have any crazing on it. So Dixie dogwood, there you go. A little mid-century Tensor, Tensor lamp. Just as cute as it can be, this little thing. And you mid-century folks love these. And this was made in Brooklyn. And so there's a plastic bottom here. There's the on-off switch. Oops. And you get this lovely action here. Wah, 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 wah. And I love this little hood. It either reminds me of a laundromat, dryer. Stick your little head under there. Or like a little Pixies hat. Ooh, there's an original light bulb in there. There were a few little tiny dents on this shade here, but really not bad. And that's the original finish on that. These things do really well. Little mid-century desk lamp. Now I flipped my lid. I was not planning on going out on Halloween to go thrifting, but I had to run a few errands, and I went by one of my local thrift shops on the morning of Halloween, and look what I found. Oh, by the way, the lamp will be for sale. I just haven't got it listed yet, so it's coming. All right. I'm not selling this console set. How many times do you hear me say, well, here's the console bowl and it would have had candlesticks? Or, here are the candlesticks and they would have come with a matching console bowl. How often do you find the whole set? Oh, well, I don't often find, I never find the whole set complete. There it is. Now this is made by the Imperial Glass Company. And this is called their double scroll pattern because of these tiny little double scrolls right there on the candlesticks. See it? Down on the bottoms and on the matching console bowl as well. And this is etched. Sometimes they weren't etched. This is a beautiful amber color. And I really like the sets that have more of an oval shaped bowl rather than a round one, because this is easy for fireplace mantle. Now these were all the rage from the mid-20s into the late 30s, these console sets, but those were the days when people would put these on their sideboard or their buffet, or on the center of their dining room table, or on a console table, sort of in a hallway, even on your fireplace mantle. You could do a lot with these, and it was sort of a quintessential, wedding gift, that kind of thing. I imagine there were hundreds of thousands of these made, and every glass company made console sets. But I love it in amber. Again, as I said, Imperial glass, and this is going to date anywhere from the mid-20s to the mid-30s. No chips or cracks or damage on it. Doesn't look pretty on the yellow tablecloth. I couldn't believe when and I'll tell you, let you see a little bit better, the etching on it. And it's just beautiful, beautiful glass. It really, I've often compared this color to sort of liquid honey. And I have recently fallen in love with amber glass. I hope you guys like amber glass as well. I found the bowl. The bowl was $7.99. I went to check out and I turned my head, and on one of the end caps, like in the women's lingerie department, were the candlesticks. I screamed. The lady thought I had, stepped on a banana peel or something. I ran over and grabbed the candlesticks and I said, look, they match. And then she screamed too. So we were both thrilled to reunite the bowl and the two candlesticks, which came into the shop together. Now again, as I said, this was either $6.99 or $7.99. The candlesticks were $4.99 each. So for under $20, a console set, I love it. I don't yet know who made this because I just bought it today, and it's a beautiful tidbit tray. Very certain it will fluoresce under black light for those of you who are into the uranium glass. Most of the glass, not all of it, but most of it did have uranium in it from this time period. Gorgeous pattern Wonderful green color. I'm going to have to get one of my books out and see if I can determine which pattern this is. I may be successful, I may not. Sometimes it's difficult to locate these. This is going to be coming up soon in my Christmas glass sale. So this will be for sale. I'm just not ready yet. Boy, a Yankee must have done this. This is Yankee ingenuity. The old iron picture frame here lost its backing, and you can see someone took the top of a tin can or an aluminum can. That's the lid off of an old vegetable can. And they cut it and fashioned a back for it, and have twisted a little piece of metal through there and put some nuts and bolts on there to hold it on. So this picture frame now has a backing. It's made of metal, spray painted gold, and it probably is going to date to the 20s or just before. So there's no glass on it, but you certainly could cut yourself a piece. I just love that tin can. I would almost just hang it up like that with the top of the tin can in there. That's something my grandmother would have done. I don't know who made this either. Anybody know? Get back in focus. It's a wonderful pottery flower frog, as you can see, in a really nice matte finish. No marks on it at all, of course, but it's sometimes you can't really tell colors when you're... That's the thing too. I'm always sending pictures of things to my former college roommate, and he's always... I say, how do you like this blue piece of pottery? And he says, oh, it's pink. And I say, how do you like this orange piece of pottery? And he says, oh, that's green. I think sometimes we have different settings on our color settings, yeah? On our cell phones and television sets. Either that or he's colorblind. Because color doesn't always show up right. So you'll have to trust me. That's that sort of craftsman green. It might look blue to you, but it's that that matte, sort of matte green color that was so popular around 1910, something like that. Pottery flower frog. I really like that. But I don't use flower frogs. Do you use them, folks? Do you actually use flower frogs? All right, blah, 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 blah. And then look at this piece of Carnival glass. Are you going to believe that I bought this in a thrift shop? You're not going to believe it. But I did. Walked right into the Goodwill in South Philly, and there it was. In its two pieces. There's the bottom. Now, you know, when the top is missing, you always see these displayed this way, and people just say, oh, it's a vase or a candy dish. Well, you can turn it that way and use it as such. But the way that it was designed to be used when you have the top is like that. Now this is really small, way too small to be a punch bowl, so I mean, that's the span of my hand right there, which is 9 inches. And the way these sort of, what do you call this, pinched edges here go way down. I mean, you wouldn't get much punch in there. So I'm just going to say probably just a beautiful centerpiece, or probably a bowl that was meant for fruit. But if you want to put punch in it, go, do it. You could maybe serve about 3 people. And there's no damage on it. It's absolutely beautiful. Now, there's only about maybe 8 companies that could have made this, because Carnival glass was introduced by Fenton just after the turn of the century, and then less than about 10 or so other companies were also making Carnival glass. And first thing I'll do, which I haven't done yet, is sit down with a hot cup of tea and start going through my book. Now there's a lot to go through, but you know me and my books. The last thing you want to do is Google, because when you do that, you're probably going to go down a rabbit's hole and never come back. But I will be able to go through this and find it. Now it's going to take a while. As you can see, There are so many patterns of Carnival, but it'll be in here and I'll find it. My feeling is that it's probably Imperial. I'm getting an Imperial feel, but it certainly could be someone else. And it's in one of those EAPG styles. I'm not exactly sure what they're going to call it in the book, but I'll see if I can find it. This will be for sale. I'm just not ready to sell it until I can attribute it to a particular maker. I just could not. I forget what I paid, honestly, because I've been holding on to, I've been hoarding it. I've had it for probably, 2 months. But, I do save and collect some Carnival glass, but I'm not a hoarder, and I am in the business to sell, and so that's what I'm going to do with that. All right, back up and let you see everything. I hope, what did I just step on? Probably something that the cat drug in, or is it dragged? The cat dragged in or the cat drug in? I think the cat dragged it in. Well, the English majors will correct me. Something the cat drug in. Or dragged in. That's enough. I'm going to go eat my apples, my spiced apples over here, and I wish you all well. Hey, listen. Okay, I don't get political, but very quickly, I'm going to go vote, and that's it. I'm not watching any news. I'm not turning on the radio or the television set, because it's going to be what it's going to be. And I would advise you to do the same. Once you cast your vote, we can't really do a whole lot, but your blood pressure and anxiety will probably go up if you spend too much time watching the news. So turn it off. Go take a walk. Get those dead leaves out of your gutter. Or maybe dig out the old photo album and start labeling the back of those photos before it's too late. Okay, everyone. I hope you have a great evening. I'm Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop saying thanks for watching and so long for now.